Hi, my name is Ella. Last year, my dad brought home this button. I asked him where he got it from. He told me United Way. So I began to ask more questions. My parents couldn't answer everything, so my mom called United Way and asked if I could meet them. It was really neat, because I learned a lot. And because I had so many amazing questions, United Way asked if I could help them. Ta-da! Reporter Ella at your service. But what about me? United Way said that I get to do this. Can I be in it too? I'll see what I can do, Layla. That was my sister. She got to come along. Where was I? Oh, talking about my visit with United Way. I learned they have a whole bunch of heroes that give them money. And sometimes those heroes help decide where the money goes. They kept talking about their core values, which is being local, accountable, and volunteer-driven. As a reporter, I discovered what those core values meant. First, I met a deputy and a firefighter in Algonac, and we talked about what being local means. Thank you for meeting me, Mrs. Danielson and Mr. Doan.
Welcome to our town, Ella.
How long have you supported United Way?
Actually, not very long.
Why not?
Because I didn't know how the United Way impacted our town until recently.
What do you mean?
I saw a ramp being constructed at a resident's home, and I checked it out. It was being built by the ramp crew and was paid for by the United Way. The ramp was something visible, but I learned United Way does so much more behind the scenes every day.
Last year they helped over 100 local residents. Programs focus on youth, health, and senior services.
What else do they do that's local?
I like knowing the dollars that are given here stay here, and they help the people who raise their families here.
Luckily, the United Way is there to save the day. And thank you for your support by being local hometown heroes. Holy information, Batman! Oh, Layla. It was a lot of detail. That's gotta be the reason why my parents had a hard time answering my questions. Guess what? United Way told me they helped 12,632 people last year. Next, I met the county sheriff, and we talked about accountability. Thank you for meeting with me, Sheriff Donlin. I'd like to understand why you think United Way is accountable to its donors and its residents.
Well, it's my pleasure, Ella.
Did you know the money that is raised here stays here?
I sure do. I'm actually secretary of the board, and we make certain the United Way helps residents in every town in St. Clair County.
What else does United Way do to be responsible?
The volunteers monitor the money closely by using everyday people.
Like who?
Hometown heroes like bankers, industrial employees, retail store workers, accountants, and retirees. They make sure the money is helping our residents and they are following the policies set by the board. In the western area of the county, we have one volunteer serving on our review committee and 3 volunteers on our board.
So people like my own family can make the decisions?
They sure can, Ella.
Where does the money go?
Last year, they funded 43 programs, such as People's Clinic, which helps people with their medical prescription needs.
That's neat.
It's a responsible community investment.
Thank you for keeping our town safe. Next, I went to St. Clair and learned what United Way means when they say they are volunteer-driven. I met Wade, who works at Cargill Salt. Hi, Wade. Thank you for meeting me. United Way talked about being volunteer-driven. And I hear you can help explain what that means.
Sure, Ella. I've been involved with United Way for 18 years. I've worked with people at Cargill who volunteered in nearly every capacity of the organization.
How do they do it?
The volunteers on the campaign cabinet raise the money. Then the volunteers on the Citizen Review Committee spend the money. And the board of the directors, they approve the recommendation, and they're the administrator of the entire organization. It's really cool. I've watched United Way help and address the needs of so many people throughout the years.
Sounds like volunteers do an awesome job.
They do, and they're accountable by making certain everything stays here, in our hometown.
Thank you, Wade. That covers core values, but there's still more. I got to make the McPhail family. I learned that our hometown heroes are everywhere. They reached out to United Way, never realizing what they could do. Thank you for meeting me. United Way said that they helped your family.
Yeah, last year on May 2nd, I had gotten a call that my son Nick had been in a terrible accident.
I was on my dirt bike. I had fallen before, but this time was different. I couldn't feel my legs because I was paralyzed.
So what happened next?
I was in intense therapy for about a year.
Throughout this process, Nick's independence and positive attitude has never changed. He has grown and overcome the odds. United Way was there to help our son Nick. They were here to help build a ramp, and the ramp gave us peace of mind because we knew that our son would be safe at his home if there were ever an emergency.
They also helped connect me with other programs and services to help offset expenses.
They've done so much more than I ever imagined for our son Nick. Thank you.
I'm grateful every day because I'm still improving and have been able to remain living in my own home.
Thank you for your time and sharing your story. Wow! I had no idea United Way does so much. Luckily, our hometown really works together to help people. Finally, I shared what I learned with Becky Smith, President and CEO of Lake Huron Medical Center.
Thank you for your help, Ella. I heard your sister was here too.
Yes, she was in the studio.
That's great. I believe in families in our community supporting one another. What did you learn about the United Way?
After my interviews, I realized they use hometown heroes to make sure all the money is really helping local people. Even though United Way's core values are different, they are alike. Without being local, accountable, and volunteer-driven, there wouldn't be a United Way. They can't do all the amazing things without everyone coming together to support it.
You've done a great job capturing what United Way is and how our hometown heroes help local residents. I was born and raised here. This is my hometown. I'm proud to be a part of United Way because we're helping 23 organizations that do not have the ability to raise money on their own.
Thank you.
Ella has explained the core values, but without our hometown heroes, we could not have impacted 43 programs last year. As a 2016 campaign chair, I encourage you to join me to impact the community by giving to United Way of St. Clair County. Thank you.